Welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tarani. Thanks for watching us today. We are at InterOp New York 2010 at the Javits Center. Stephen Epstein is with us. He's the CMO of Avistar. Steve, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for being with us today.
Happy to be here.
I mean, you could have just telepresence, but you decided to come to our newsroom.
I could have, absolutely. Every once in a while, you got to see someone, so it works out pretty well.
So, you want to tell us a little bit about what's happening at Avistar?
Sure. It's been absolutely a big year. We've been focusing in really three significant areas. The first area is bringing our desktop video presence to UC solutions like Microsoft OCS and IBM same time. We've also VDI enabled our entire platform. So you can now run desktop video conferencing on a VDI enabled thin terminal or a VDI enabled laptop. And all of our infrastructure is fully cloud enabled. So you can run on solutions such as VMware on the back end, or on the front end you can use Citrix Zen Desktop and Zen App.
That's a lot of things to have done, and the year's not even over. You might even do a couple more things in the next month.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Right? What are we in mid-October? Yeah, you got October 21. So you're got about...
We're getting there.
Yeah, 2 months, you know.
Watch this space. See what Christmas presents we can bring to the community.
So what are customers telling you? Are there any things that we should know, just trends, things like that?
I mean, from our perspective, obviously we're excited because desktop video conferencing is really gaining a lot of momentum. We've been in business 18 years, and we've never seen this amount of momentum from a desktop video conferencing perspective. Clearly within large corporations, UC strategies are being embraced, adopted, deployed. Video is a big part of that. You know, we're lucky in a way, whereas a lot of these great UC platforms haven't focused on video, and we have, so we get to fill a great niche. But also a lot of these companies are rolling out their solutions into cloud environments. They're highly virtualizing their trading floors, their manufacturing plants. Within educational space, the ability to do distance learning, you know, over the internet or through other mechanisms and other networks has really picked up a lot of speed. So, we're seeing a lot of different trends in a lot of different industries for a lot of different reasons, but it all comes down to desktop video.
Yeah, and you didn't even tell me travel replacement, or if you did, I missed it. Just, I mean, that people using video instead of travel, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I got to tell you, in every single sales opportunity we come across, one of the big drivers is the ability to reduce travel expense. And secondarily to that, the ability to increase productivity, just bring people together.
Now, we're seeing for the first time in a while, airline profits are increasing, and I'll tell you, airfares are going through the roof too. I think we're at the point where, I mean, all the flights I'm on are full, and I wonder if that's going to have an impact on our market as well in terms of having more video needed to offset travel costs, which probably are going to go up 10 or 20% in costs year over year, if not more. Not only is there going to be more travel this year over last year, and probably next year over this year, but it seems like that the price per ticket is also going up. So maybe that's going to be yet another driver to keep video going, right?
It only helps. I mean, and it's not only the cost of getting on the airplane, right? It's the cost of being away from the office. It's the cost of being out of touch. It's a distraction. It all adds up really quickly.
It does.
And that kind of feeds back into the whole idea of productivity.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, it's fascinating. Now, we saw in the last month, we've seen a few vendors come out with home-based telepresence systems, and I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on that?
It's an interesting question. We were just talking about it earlier at the show. In our market, what we're seeing is clients, people, customers, they want to leverage devices that they have by their side, all the time during the day, be it a laptop, be it a tablet, be it a PC. The idea of kind of leaving that environment and going to the family room to fire up a video solution, it seems a little backwards. I'm sure there's a market for it. I can see the appeal for families, but at the end of the day, as desktop video becomes easier to use, more prevalent, you have it on your PC, you have it on your iPad, are you really going to go to some device in your family room to speak to other people? I'm really unsure if people will. I mean, I can tell you within my family, we use Avistar products to talk amongst ourselves on a PC, on a laptop. Why would we want to actually move into the family room to talk to all of us, be it at our country house or on vacation or wherever.
That jives with my thoughts as well. And then the other thing is that obviously the economy's tough right now, so you're choosing between video games and a $500 product potentially and a $30 a month subscription.
Exactly, that's right.
So there's a cost factor there as well. And
I think what we're seeing, it's all about cost, convenience, and performance. And unless you can live in that crosshairs, there's a fundamental flaw with your strategy.
Sure, and what we'll see is eventually, what you're saying is right. We have so many devices, those devices will be video enabled, and we'll be able to flick one of these sessions to a TV.
Absolutely.
And that will become the video session, and the cameras will be built into the various devices that we have. The cost of cameras has come down a bit. So you're probably
right. Or you'll just
right.
use a device itself to have your video call.
A device, oh yeah, right, that small device,
exactly,
right? Or if you need the resolution, you can always flick to a TV
Absolutely.
or something like that.
That's
so I mean, it'll be interesting to see the evolution of IPTV as well as these over-the-top solutions and video and telepresence and voice over IP. Where does this end up? And Facebook and Skype and who's going to win, and is there a new ecosystem, and what's happening?
That's a question that no one really has an answer to yet.
No.
In terms of who's going to win, but on the consumer side, obviously cost and convenience is very important. On the business side, it's about scalability, it's about security, it's about quality. So we'll see how the two kind of merge over the next couple of years.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, what's next for the company?
Next, looking at different ways of delivering our video solution, different devices. We've been talking about mobile devices. Well, we'll see where that takes us.
Okay.
Really, we're focused on taking our technology and embedding that experience in other products, obviously in our own products, delivering it to people and clients wherever they are. We have a pretty large OEM business. We provide technology to Lifesize, to Logitech, to IBM. So it's not only about delivering our own solution, it's also about making other products better too.
Sure. That's great. Well, thanks for being on the program,
Thanks
Steve.
a lot for having me. Great.